Hello my friends, this is DinoSasha here and welcome back to another review. Today we're going to take a look at the figure. It is the Schleich 2023 Monolophosaurus. Now Monolophosaurus, which name means single-crested lizard, is an extinct genus of Tetraranum theropod dinosaur that lives throughout the Middle Jurassic period about 168 to 163.5 million years ago, what is now known as China. This particular creature, it was the name from the single crest on top of its skull. Monolophosaurus is a mid-sized theropod, about as 5.5 meters, 16 to 80 feet long, and weighed over 475 kilograms, or 1,047 pounds. This particular predator, it lives around the forests, jungles, and deserts of China. This particular beast has a single crest on its skull, just like most of it. But they're also a member of the clade known as Tetanurae, and the Monolophosaurus is one of them, and being a predator is different. Now, the Monolophosaurus may have depicted as a large beast, but in reality, they're also part creature. Now, the Monolophosaurus is a member of their own clade that is closely related to a part of the Megalosaurids, apart from other relatives like the Cryo or a Dilophosaurus. The carnivores mainly eat meat, and they're usually aware of other animals. Now, let's talk about some others, like the sculpt. Now, the sculpt is actually very good, actually. This is great. I think that Monolophosaurus is my 6th favorite dinosaur of all time, since, yeah, I'm guessing that makes sense since the Monolophosaurus is actually good looking, and the sculpt is actually very nice. And speaking of which, the sculpt very verified from any Monolophosaurus. Well, I'm trying to get the Safari LTD Monolophosaurus, which is one of my favorites, but I only got one as a Schleich one, so that's okay. It's always the matters what it used to. And yeah, I think the Schleich is deserving, but the pose is actually very nice. It stands up very good at the floor, but turns out this is fitting, but it's not useful to the carpets because the carpets may fall. I'm just used floors, so the posing is great on it because it's only used on floor, so that's very nice of all. But the details is actually great as well, but there are significance. Believe it or not, I'm guessing that the details is actually very nice with a elephant-like structure, and the tail is actually based off of lines, you know, basic things. And I'm thinking it must be considered why this Cryo looks like this, but the mono is actually very thin among predators. And yeah, that's kind of very verifies some details, which is very good actually. But the color scheme is actually very great, with the coloration with the olive green, which dark olive green with black striping and spotting, yeah, along with the white underbody, which is nicely touched. And the tail is actually very curly, to be the least, which is very impressive to know about theropods, which is, I'm impressed with that. And the head is actually very okay with this, because I know Monolophosaurus has sharp teeth, but they're actually part of the other known species, close to the Megalosaurids, like the Cryolophosaurus. And yeah, the Monolophosaurus looks fitting among theropods. And yeah, this is exactly what it looks like to being a theropod dinosaur. And yes, I'm thinking that the accuracy does not look too bad, because the design looks a bit odd from it, and it looks completely inaccurate for some reason. Believe it or not, it's still a great dinosaur figure. It's just, give some love. But I will do something a bit better from this, because I know about this stuff just for now. And we're gonna bring a ruler and let's give this Monolophosaurus a measure. Turns from a length from the tip of the snout to tip of the tail. We can almost reach at about 8.5 inches, and which is only at about, as we close to it, it's only about 22 centimeters, and height on top of the head, we're looking at about 3 inches, and which is only at about 7 centimeters. Now, for comparison, I'll bring up another crested dinosaurs. And yeah, I also include the Schleich knockoff as well, like the Schleich knockoff Dilophosaurus, and the Schleich 2020 Cryolophosaurus. Now, as you can see, the Schleich Cryo is a bit heavy and a bit bulky for the dinosaur. I think all of these crested creatures are different from each other. But since then, I'm gonna link these two into the description box down below. So this one's a bit thinner. And the rating, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, which is a perfect Monolophosaurus. Not bad, it's just passable. Well, most someone thinks that this Monolophosaurus looks overrated. Believe it or not, it's still a great creature. But if you know about this figure, let me know down in the comments. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you never miss the video. And leave a comment below, and I'll see you for another review about the Mattel Strike Attack Zuniceratops. Goodbye everyone, and see you all next time.